so tired. Hello, Snitch Hotline. Yeah, this is the right number, all right. What seems to be the problem, huh? First of all, what's your name? Bill? What's on your mind, Bill? What's the reason for the call today, Bill? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Well, you saw one of your neighbors walking some dogs? Well, what were they doing? Were the dogs taking a dump on the neighbor's property, or what's the problem, Bill? First of all, were the dogs, the neighbor was walking two dogs. Okay, we got that part. Bill, let me ask you this. Were the dogs 6 feet apart when they were walking up the street? They weren't 6 feet apart. And they weren't on leashes. Well, Bill, we have a leash law in this state, as you know, and that's a $45 fine and violation right there, Bill. That's at least a $45 fine right there. Now, did the dogs also take a dump on the property, on the neighbor's property? Bill, after the dog did his duty, did the owner of the dog respond by getting out a paper bag out of their pocket and picking up the dog crap? Huh? They just went up the street and they didn't pay any attention to it, huh? But you saw the dog actually take a dump, Bill? That must have been a sight, huh? Bill, that's another $45 fine right there, Bill, for the person allowing their dog to take a dump on someone else's property. Now, it's okay if the dog takes a dump on the owner's property, but if you allow the dog to take a dump on someone else's property, there's a $45 fine per dump. Now, did the second dog take a dump? All right, so we've got a $45 fine for the leash law. Got another $45 fine for the distancing, because the dogs were closer than 6 feet apart. And then another $45 fine for the dump law. Well, Bill, there's 3 violations right there, Bill. Well, Bill, they have to be 6 feet apart, even though they're dogs, and they probably are. They don't know better, Bill. They have to be 6 feet apart because if one of them catches the virus, Bill, then it'll give that dog will probably give the virus to another dog, and then when the owner pets the dog, the owner will probably end up getting the virus, and it will spread through the family like wildfire, So we can't have that. Actually, the dogs need to be quarantined. And anyway, we'll take. What was the address on that, Bill? A Tudor home. East side of the street. Okay. 669. Thanks, Bill. We'll take care of that. Now, what else? Any other problems, Bill? You saw a couple of girls laying out on the front yard. Well, what were they doing, Bill? They were laying there in their bikinis. Very distracting, huh? Bill, were they laying 6 feet apart from one another? They're about 3 feet apart. Bill, there's a violation right there, Bill. Well, actually, there's 2 violations right there. One is a 6 feet apart violation, and then the other one is the being a nuisance or a distraction in the neighborhood. And Bill, they shouldn't have been laying out in bikinis. They shouldn't be outside in their bikinis, but especially in the front yard where there's other passerbyers, people walking by that can see that kind of activity, them in their bikinis. Now, Bill, were they good looking? Uh-huh. Did they have pretty good bodies, Bill? Were they tan? Could you tell if they had suntan lotion on or not, Bill? Uh-huh. Oh, well, did you say anything to him, Bill? Did you remind him about the 6 foot distancing law that we have in the state, Bill? Uh-huh. And what did they say to you when you mentioned that? One of them told you off, huh? What did she say, Bill? She was vulgar? How so, Bill? Uh-huh. She used the F word, huh? What did she say, Bill? What was her exact words? Uh-huh. Oh, that's terrible. That's just awful. Bill, that's awful, especially with your tender heart that you have. You shouldn't have to hear such foul language. How many times, Bill, did she use the F word? Bill, that's awful. That's just terrible. You being so sensitive and such a religious person, you shouldn't have to hear that type of talk, Bill. I feel sorry that you had to put up with that. If I was there, I can take care of it. Bill, in the old days, we used to take a brat like that used to have foul language. We used to take her out in the shed, and we used to whip him, Bill. We used to get out the old whip or belt, take her belt off, and then whip him. Right across the rear end. Yeah. Yeah, we used to whip him, Bill. Now, I don't know. Bill, what was her address, Bill? Uh-huh. Well, Bill, I can personally take care of this. You'll get the 10% on the snitch fee, and on the dogs and on the ladies here. You'll get the 10% snitch fee. But I'll take care of this bikini business, Bill, personally. What exactly did she say to you again? What was her exact words when she was using the F word? What did she say, Bill? Uh-huh. And she just said it like it was nothing, like it was just second nature to her to talk like that? Uh-huh. Well, Bill, we can't have that type of talk in the neighborhood, and we certainly can't have beautiful, sexy women laying in the front yard. That's not right, Bill. That's not right, and I'll personally take care of it to try to teach him a lesson. I'll probably fine him, Bill. We've got to fine him, and I might have to spank him. I'm not sure. And anyway, I'll take care of it, Bill. I appreciate you calling. You've made my day. And Bill, expect a check in the mail in the next 30 days from the state, and we sure appreciate people like you, Bill. If there wasn't snitchers like you, we wouldn't be aware of these problems. We really wouldn't, We've got to have snitchers, good snitchers, like yourself, that will snitch on your neighbor for a fee. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Oh, boy. We just can't have things going on in the city like this, It's just not right. Anyway, I call if you have a problem in the neighborhood and people aren't obeying the ordinances. Give us a call, make a few bucks, and call the snitch line.